I was at Walmart the other day and I was waiting at the checkout lane and I saw this in the checkout lane. And I go, you gotta be kidding me. But then again I thought, well, I got my little netbook computer here. This is something that would actually fit in there, maybe give me a little better sound. The little Asus netbook I have, seen it can fit in the case easy with all the rest of the junk I got in here. But the Asus netbook I carry has pretty good sound, pretty good battery capacity, but sometimes if I'm outdoors it's not really adequate to get over area noise, you know, by itself. It's definitely cleaner than using these biome speakers, but these actually worked better than I expected. I got home from Walmart after I bought the first one, and I looked at it in its box and I thought, oh my god, did I really buy that? You know, this isn't going to work. But they work pretty well. The only minor disappointment is that it's mono. It combines your stereo into mono. And so I bought a second one, and I bought 2 extension cords. I probably should have bought these somewhere. I could have gotten them a little cheaper. Bought them at Walmart. Not very high quality, and they were almost $5 each, $4.80 something each. I think could have gotten cheaper at Family Dollar. I probably could have paid more at Radio Shack for them though. So I bought 2 of those cables. I'm going to make a special cable so I can make a stereo harness, stereo Y adapter for using 2 of these in stereo instead of mono. Now my best guess on these is that you could consider an air suspension speaker, a sealed half here, the speaker sticking out, and the other half's just really a grill cover. It's probably a pretty high energy little plastic dome speaker here. There's probably a Class D amplifier in there, and I'm guessing a lithium battery. I don't think it's not really heavy enough to have enough nickel battery to be in there. It's going to be a lithium battery. I would assume a Class D audio. It's not real clean. The audio coming out on the speakers of this unit actually sound pretty good at low volumes. It's just like I said, if you're outside or something, you want a little more sound, this can only give you so much. Significant boost, as I'll demonstrate later with these. But there is a little price to pay in distortion. They're not real clean. I was listening to a female vocalist, and it really kind of changes the character of her voice a little bit. There's enough distortion to actually change the character of the music to a small degree. It's not really obnoxious, but it's definitely there. Another reason not to buy the brand of headphone extensions I bought is once you strip it, you got 3 fine wires, and they're actually each real fine braid that's been varnished, particular colors, and they're wound around a little fabric cores. The only way I could deal with this was to scorch them off real good, and then I had to get a sharp knife and get the oxidation off. Not fun. Very difficult to solder. So I took the 2 plug-ins, stereo plug-ins. I put a red band on one of them just to mark it for right. And I could have done this assembly more linear instead of in dead end type thing, but it doesn't really matter. I put 4 resistors in here just to isolate things. I probably could have just tied them together. Basically what this cable does is it takes 1 cable, and both left and right connectors from this cable go to the right of the stub cable, which is the cable the jack was on. This cable here, this little stub I left. Actually, I used a different cable for this because I had a nicer one, nicer wire. And the same deal for the left. I used the left and right conductors, hooked them both to the left wire. And with the brand I bought, the colors were a little bit misleading, so I had to figure that out. They used red, blue, and green. It turned out blue was ground, not green. And green I'm taking for left, and red I'm taking for right. So basically that's what I did. I took left and right from a stub cable, from a plug. I hooked left to both left and right for one cable, and right to both left and right for the other cable, and I marked that cable right. A function generator. First of all, for gain, they do have quite a bit of gain. That's the speaker without the gain. I have to crank it way up to hear it. And this is with the gain of the bombs. Close this for now. Oh, go away. Alright, so just for a quick... So at this particular volume setting, they start to drop off real fast, around 200 here. Actually, I can hear this way up here. Yeah, right about here is where it cuts off for me. So about 12.4. And the bass end was around 200. I can't hear this at all. I'm starting to hear something now. Harmonics more than anything. So somewhere around 200 and about 12.4 up here. If I unplug that, turn volume to max. Where can I do that? That's not really going to be fair. I'll have to pick the amplitudes way up. Let's go -10 on these. Well, -7 maybe. So I'm giving it at least 15 dB, and I almost hear that. Yeah, around 12.4. So high end is about the same, maybe a little better. The volume is pretty close to where I had it. Low end, start to hear it. Yeah, around 200. So it's really not doing much for extending the range beyond what the computer really did. Most of the demos I saw, people were setting them on the flat spot. I used to leave the power plugged in. You get a little more output out of them with the power plugged in. Now, to me they sound best on their side. I throw them like a hat or something. Yeah, here's the speaker holes. Usually about halfway is good. Gets you a little bass reinforcement that way. You can kind of control the tone a little bit. You know, if you want to lower the highs, you can do that, or raise the highs, face the tweeter towards you. You see about midway, reinforces the bass just a little bit. I'm only playing public domain stuff on this list here. They don't sound great. They don't sound bad. The real advantage is volume. They're definitely not as clean as the built-in speakers in the PC itself. but they can go a lot louder. And they can be heard outdoors, where PC outdoors is pretty limited. So here's the two of them. And if you can put them near any surface you can put them near is going to help the bass a little bit. Versus hanging them in the air. I don't know if you can notice the bass reinforcement of putting them next to a surface like that. Doesn't sound great, but it's quite loud at this point. I have to talk over it. I could never get anywhere near that kind of volume on the system speaker. And I can take this anywhere and use it as a jukebox. The louder you get, the more distorted it's going to get. It can get pretty loud. A little nasty there. So they're worth. They are what they are. They're worth what they're worth what they cost. Not worth much more. But it's interesting. It gives me some audio for outdoors. Or anytime I need more sound, and my little laptop speakers can do. I watch some of the, sometimes I find myself taking the lap book out when I'm outside working, watching a teaching company video or something like that, and this way I can actually hear it better. So the project was worthwhile, I suppose. Versus unplugged, the speaker's audio alone, pretty much lost when you're using it outdoors.